Hello, my name is Creostix, and welcome back to Vampyr. So, quick note, I have in between grinded some enemies, and I find I never want to do that again, because the combat remains quite not the most fun thing in the world, even if the Abyss is awesome, because it is. Or the move of the Abyss is awesome. But yeah, so I I've learned really that grinding XP from enemies it's almost pointless. I spent so much time getting like 1,700 XP, which included I think one clue, and then killing a lot of enemies over and over and over. And at this point in the game, there are almost no low-level enemies anywhere except for a couple of really small courtyards. So they're all like levels 22 to 29. So the combat is not only not super fun, but it's also really difficult to grind. And I counted from the numbers that excluding the one hint worth 15 XP, in between here I've killed, according to the numbers, unless lore notes give XP or something, 349 enemies. And I feel like that's enough for a lifetime because I am so done with. But yes, so let's tackle the game again. And I'm starting here because I realized that I have a couple of dialogue choices here I haven't exhausted. I believe it was
Good
with
evening,
this
Dr.
one.
Strickland.
Hello,
And good
Strickland.
evening to you, Dr. Reed.
Yes.
Can I be of any help?
Yes, because you should have these things. Again, I'm worried about the random dialogue guessing and then losing a hint, but I gotta try, you know? Because there's still not hints with him, but I think there's at least one with the other doctor. Who knows?
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
Did you know Dr. Ackroyd never reported your experimental research, despite the fact he doesn't agree with it?
Really? I didn't suspect he knew about my work. I must confess I am surprised.
Perhaps he thinks you should realize for yourself the danger of what you're doing.
See how condescending he can be? My God, he can be so irritating.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Well, that's something. And then just to check that the Ackroyd stuff isn't anything high. That doesn't nothing new in that.
I'm quite busy
because of
right
this.
now, Dr. Reed.
I see, but just give me a quick second. There's one hint required things, and I haven't gotten that. I had no idea what that would
Thank
be,
you
but
for your time.
it was worth a
We'll talk
shot.
later.
Yeah, I also did one dialogue option about like this doctor here, Tippett's being tired, and it made me guess a dialogue option where I said that Gwyneth Brannigan is worried that he's tired, but I got nothing for it, but didn't fail a hint either, so sure. Okay, in my grinding, I found a few lore notes, which I took screenshots of because it's kind of tricky to keep track of some of them sometimes. So give us a second. I'm gonna do a quick finding of them. Okay, so thing number one. Holy symbols and Orichalcum. If you ever face a vampire, never forget that they fear holy symbols. As long as you have the faith, a cross, a Star of David, an olive branch even, can prove useful to repel these creatures from the pit. But you will not harm them for good. If you really want to hurt them, only one solution exists. Forget about wooden stakes or silver bullets, and find yourself the strongest weapon against vampires, Orichalcum. Do you think it's a coincidence that Orichalcum was common in Atlantis according to the legend and ancient writings? Atlantis was infested with vampires, and the place is now known as the Santorini Island. I'll personally pay £10,000 to the man who can provide me some real Orichalcum. Clarence Crossley, for more information, please contact me directly. That sounds perfectly safe and fine, or sane and fine, really, is to say. And then, Old Letter. This I found in Reed Mansion. The other one I can't remember anymore. Reed Mansion, 8th of March 1908, my dear Avery. As I already told you several days ago, I may be forced to leave England, if only for a few months. While I'm away, and until my son comes back to London, I want you to take the best care of our house. I already made the entire necessary arrangements to have your wages increased and paid as long as you'll work. You promised me you'll protect my dear wife and serve her to the best of your ability. For that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If I am never to return, you are the only man I fully trust. Believe me, your most affectionate friend, Aubrey Reed. And that actually unlocked a hint as well, so. And the last one. This I found in a dead body in the cemetery. It was like tucked in a bit of an elevated corner that's not usually where you would go, but I was like looking for stuff or like looking for enemies and noticed that, hey, there's a bit of a corner here, let's go. The Ichor's threat. Of all the evil and foul skulls I ever had to fight, the Ichor, or Ichor, may be the worst. Not because of its fighting prowess, even if it remains a powerful and dangerous opponent, even if it remains. There's an extra S there again. Not because of its superior wit or cunning plans, an Ichor is quite blunt and straightforward in his actions and objectives. Spread diseases, contagions, and epidemics whenever and wherever it can. An Ichor is the incarnation of viruses and infections. Wherever it goes, sicknesses appear and quickly spread. It's like it only walks this earth to generate plagues and epidemics, as if its skin itself diffuses sickness. Ichors are clever, sneaky, malevolent, and ferocious, capable of enduring many wounds. To spoil a water tank, a granary, or a banquet, this is the kind of things an Ichor would enjoy to do, in order to please its putrid and perverse nature. They are so rare that we do not know anything about them. The Lazy Brotherhood believes that they should not be considered vampires or skulls, but as something else. All I know is this: an Ichor must be destroyed by all means necessary as soon as it is spotted. From Know Your Enemies by Carl Eldritch, Priven Leader. Zarek, hello! I hope your day has been good and welcome. And I'm just checking some screenshots of the stuff I found while I was grinding for XP. Just came by to say hello and good night. Gotta get some sleep, but I'll keep streaming. Oh, I see. But hey, have excellent sleeps and positive dreams. And I super appreciate the leaving stream open. Every single lurk absolutely helps. Everything helps. Everything counts. Excellent sleeps and have a good night. And thank you for stopping by, for sure. Okie dokie. So, our next... Well, I mean, I could talk to Swansea again, because apparently there's new dialogue options, which, since I'm here, right, I'm always interested in new dialogue options. Not only because the story is the biggest reason I want to keep on going here, but also because I am not sure what avenues hints sometimes present themselves through, and hints are just, they give XP. They just do, so...
Hello, Jonathan. How are things on the West End front?
Complicated, my friend. The rich and powerful feel threatened by the disease, and have asked me to put an end to it.
Yes. It is odd how resolving a crisis suddenly increases in urgency when it affects those who matter.
It looks like the epidemic is spreading to the western districts of London. I am trying to locate the source of the infection.
It won't be an easy task, my friend. This disease is highly contagious.
Do you not think epidemiology could be helpful in this matter? To retrace the origin of infection through time and topology?
If anyone can perform such a miracle, it will be you, Dr. Reed.
Since this epidemic is evidently linked to the vampire curse, We must find the original carrier to understand where it comes from.
I admire your logic, Jonathan, but be careful. Rationality, when it comes to your kind, is not always a reliable lens.
Why? I'm not sure what you're referring to fully. Like, he doesn't seem the type to throw a backhanded insult, so I'm wondering what's he mean? Does he mean that, like, some lesser vampires are ferocious and don't really think things through, or what? But,
Does
like,
the Brotherhood of St. Paul know anything about
how
the
does that
Ascalon?
answer fit with
I'm
the...
afraid that's unlikely. Ascalon is a sensitive topic, and whatever material the Brotherhood has, I may not have access to.
Who could answer me then?
Usher Talltree, our current primate, may be the only one able to answer you. He's a discreet
Primate?
man who lives in the West End.
Okay.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson, the famous tycoon, is well versed in vampire and occult knowledge?
No, I did not. But that is no surprise. For half a century, it has been quite the trend for English nobility to join secret societies and occult circles.
But Aloysius Dawson is only a rich merchant.
Yes, richer than Croesus. Wealth is more respected than title these days, even in England.
Croesus is like a very old like an ancient super rich king, apparently. I am not, from the top of my head, I'm not sure if he's a myth or an actual historical figure, but I think he's I think he's an historical figure. I believe it was like, oh boy, was it the... I believe he resided in, like, Lydia or something like that, as it was called. But, like, I know only just bits and pieces of... Like, the game is putting me on the spot here, but, like, that's basically all I know. But, like, his point being, he was super duper rich. That's the, like, the colloquial, you know, knowledge of the thing.
Did he contact the Brotherhood of St. Paul? Try to join your group?
It would not surprise me, but I am certain he's never been a member.
Thank you for your time, Edgar.
Right. So this would mean that I should look for the primate in West End. At least. Like, I am very interested in trying to find the rest of the NPCs in West End before I rest for XP. But that should be all I need to do here. If I understand how the game works, there should not be enemies, at least under the bridge here, because I've killed them recently. I'm still a little puzzled by how exactly the respawning works. Surely, obviously, when you sleep, and it sure as hell seems that after major questline events. But it might also be the case that they respawn when you die, which would actually be a very Dark Soulsian thing to do, so why not, right? But it seems like that's the case, because I died a few times to these super plague ghouls, because they're like 10 levels up above me and kill me in literally one hit inside a poison cloud, like dead, from all gone. But indeed, I don't think they respawn with area transitions or transitions to and from like sewers and so on. Let's go say hi, though. Let's, you know, refresh our ideas of combat here. Because this I hadn't cleaned up, so it makes sense that these are here. Boom. Oh, and about my weapons. I did some upgrading off-screen, or offline. So, I don't remember what exactly was my status before, but my hacksaw is now perfect, which is the best one. My prevent stake is perfect, and I've also been upgrading the dagger because I'm wondering if just like letting blood out with a dagger might be at perfect level more straightforwardly good than the prevent stake stuff, but we'll see. And my revolver and pump action shotgun are also at perfect level. So there, that's that. You know, to try to help myself with the combat as much as I can, because it is not easy. Okay, so, but to focus on, like, getting stuff done, where I've done enough, like, you know, XP grinding. Like, I'll kill the enemies I meet, but beyond that, we're going. Okay, first off, this. The Exhausted Man, so on and so on. It apparently opens a quest line, and I'm really interested in getting it, so let's go do that. Let's go do... It really strikes me how pretty that car is, and it's the only, like, brightly colored thing like in the streets total. So always check those, like, even low level loot I'll take, because, well, the trash can gave a shilling, and I literally need money because I keep on buying the good upgrade stuff from the stores when I see it. So what an interesting lamppost. Like mermaids, I think. I see. Or like water serpent ladies. Okay, so let's run to the distressed man. Or I see actually. What's this? Warning leaflet. West Enders must unite. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them control you. They are amongst us, they lust after your soul. Vampires are real, defend your community. This public warning leaflet has been financed and distributed by Mr. C. Crossley. For more information, please contact him directly and attend his next public lecture. I see. Oh, it's a hint too. I got... That's not a bad XP. That's straight up 85. Cool. Can I talk to him about it? Just wondering.
Good evening.
I won't.
Yes, actually two different things.
Clarence, why have you distributed leaflets about vampires all across the West End?
I have to warn everybody about them. They've killed thousands of people already.
Over the history of time, maybe.
The epidemic. We are all in danger here.
Vampires in London? Come on, Clarence. Who's going to believe that?
I'm not mad, Jonathan. You have to believe me. I know they are real.
I know
all
too.
Around us, even as we speak.
He's not wrong, is the point. See, I think if I say anything else than I believe you, I'll fail hints. I just have this feeling.
Clarence, you've always been a reliable and a good friend to me. If you say you saw a vampire, then I believe you.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for your trust. You don't know what that means to me.
It's all right. But if you want my help, you have to explain exactly what happened.
The first time it was in Rouen. I saw an officer drink the blood of a soldier. I saw its teeth. Saw it bite. It was a vampire, Johnny, and they're here too.
I got a hint from it. That means the choice at least cannot have been really bad. Okay, what about the other one? The vampire's attack.
Clarence, tell me about the vampire you saw in France.
I was enjoying my leave in Rouen. I left the bar, took a shortcut back to the barracks. I saw it in a back alley. An officer in a stained uniform, biting into a soldier's neck.
Did you ever see that officer again?
No. He wore the uniform of the Royal Warwickshire Regiment. I did some research, but found no trace of him. He probably stole it from a previous victim.
I see.
But you were drunk, weren't you? Are you sure these two men were not just kissing?
Please don't insult me, Johnny. I hid, and I saw him leave. Then I saw the body, drained of all blood. I've seen the same marks here in London since I've returned.
Interesting.
Tell me what you have discovered about vampires.
Swear to me.
They've always been here. And if you search for long enough, you realize others know about these devils too. I'm not alone.
I mean, there's vampire hunters in literally every street corner, so yeah.
Have you shared your research with anybody else?
No. But I've published my leaflets all across the city, hoping that someday someone will realize I'm printing the truth.
What do you mean you're not alone? Who have you met?
The Guard of Prewin. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, Ichabod Throckmorton. Those names always pop up when you dig deep enough.
Have you spoken with any of them?
No. With the quarantine, it's almost impossible to leave the West End. But as a doctor, maybe you could, Johnny.
Are you asking me to help you prove the existence of vampires, Clarence?
Yes, Johnny. Please, gather all the information you can find about vampires and bring it to me. You're the only friend I have left. I need you.
It is a side quest, yeah, okay. Can I just throw him off the scent and, like... Interesting.
You need some rest,
Okay. Good to have that.
Only the first step.
Around here, there has spawned an enemy in this street at some point. I don't think I've done the alleyway to the right, so an enemy there wouldn't be weird. Oh, there you are. Just gotta try to get there. You go. Quick and an aggressive tactic is the way to go with those. Yeah. Ooh, trash can. Blinker skull. Right. First off, though, let's. There was a thing I needed to apparently do here. It will all be indoors, but I'm just wondering right, that's cool. That's a fighty place. Got it. More quarantine notes. This is not the place, but I see shiny things to loot, so...
Fresh water.
Oh!
As long as it's not holy water, I may find some use for it.
I believe I can. Because the plant in my room is constantly wanting water, and for some weird reason, no other water seems to work. I have no idea why, but sure. Cool. The money is also very much appreciated from the... Oh, hi! How did I not see you? Yeah, that's a straight up just a fighty boy, right? That's a fighty vampire who will attack me in 3, 2, 1, right? Yeah, Rogue Ekon. I'm very confused why they fight me, but... Like, rogue or not, but it's weird. There you go. Not my best work, but again, the combat is hard, and the numbers game is hard against me, so... Hello. Hi. So you must be.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need help, sir?
I think I'm fine. But what happened to my jailer? Be careful. He's as vicious as he is strong.
You don't have to worry about him.
I'm trying to place it, but that's the same voice actor as a different NPC in the game with the exact same voice too, like not even trying to be different.
What happened here?
I am Tadao Kimura. I was imprisoned by this lunatic for several days. I thought I was going to die here.
You're not going to die now, Mr. Kimura. If you hurry, you should be able to get home safely.
It seems that I owe you my life. You have all my gratitude, Dr. Reed, since it is the most precious thing I possess.
Cool. I assume I will find you later in the streets or something.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take care.
Healthy. Okay. Okay, here's a good example to just check. Like, I've been wondering if lore notes give XP, so now we're gonna pay extra special attention. They do! It gave 25. That explains why I got a bit more XP from grinding than I thought, because I found the 3 lore notes. The heresy of the pure blood. Pure blood, we know the expression. We heard it in the foul mouth of the heretics and the foreign barbarians. Used it sometimes ourselves, but do we really know what it means? A vampire born from an immortal belly. What a disgusting idea. How would such a creature find its place among the living? Again, an extra S. What would be its purpose? Ours is clear. Gentlemen, Ascalon is here to protect the Empire and all its citizens. We are the protectors and shepherds, even when sometimes sacrifice... For fuck's sake. We are the protectors and shepherds, even when sometimes sacrifice a sheep for our sustenance. Like, the sentence is literally missing the words "we must." It should say, or, like, even when we must sometimes sacrifice a sheep. It's literally missing 2 words in the sentence structure, and it had an extra S earlier. And it's from the law of Ascalon. That's about as official as they get. It's just... it's so frustrating that the grammar is so wrong. I haven't encountered grammar this bad in a very long time. Like, it's not quite someone set us up the bomb, but damn. And it's all the time too. Like, the last time I had an issue with grammar in a video game was the point-and-click isometric horror space adventure thing called Stasis. Otherwise, an impressively beautiful game made by literally just, like a couple of people, probably coded by like one person mostly, I would imagine. An impressive feat, but the grammar of the writing is off enough that it bothered me. Whoever will be found guilty of succumbing to the desire of breeding immortal... Whoever will be found guilty of succumbing to the desire of breeding immortal child shall be eradicated. Oh god. Okay, breeding an immortal child. The actual... From the Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave found. Come on! Surely Lord Redgrave can fucking write. Just... It's so annoying. Why? I got shillings and ink pen. Oh, and money. So more shillings. Okay, so indeed, I think I need to sleep before he will be in the streets, so that's fine. Okay, I'm wondering if this area is all just a battlefield or what's up with that. But I do believe, I know, it's very exciting. I know. So, those enemies are really, really difficult. Like, they're risky. If they get a, if they have a friend, and they get a good, poison cloud into your face, while their friend has, 1 punch, your health bar is gone from 100 to vroom. It's very, very... So... But if she's alone, I should be able to deal with this. Just gotta... Well, she's not alone, but that's good enough, yeah. Boom. And also, The one way to make these zombies not explode, I find, is to kill them within the abyss stun. If you just hit them with the hacksaw and so on, they'll die as well, but they'll then explode into a poison cloud, which you can avoid, but it's still a risk that you need to keep in mind when you fight them. Like, they are tricky things to fight. The worst part of those is in the sewers under Pembroke Hospital District, because in there's in very confined spaces. I fought 3 at a time. I believe 2 of them were poison cloud people, one of them was a teleport zombie. I died to that specific scene on this level. They were, I think, about 27, 29 level. I died there like 5 times because the 1-2 punch of getting the teleporter like behind you to punch you, and then the poison clouders like vomit the poison cloud into your dizzer. It's hard to get away from them. The poison clouds very quickly fill the entire confined space, and the poison damage is amazingly hard to deal with. Like, it's just like your health bar is gone in a couple of hot seconds, and no amount of blood healing will deal with that enough. It's quite something. Okay, here we are in Reed's mansion. Not gonna sleep just yet. I'm gonna see if I can deal with the other quest place as well, but also because there's 2 people here. The butler and mom. I haven't talked to them yet, and I probably should. Hi. Can I talk to you? Unknown. I think I know who that is.
Good evening.
Jonathan! Is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
You know,
I'm right here, Mother.
I've been working.
I'm finally home.
I'm at the hospital.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have?
I see.
I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Right. So she also has, if not like Alzheimer's, at least a heavy dose of some levels of either memory loss, or she could also be just traumatized by the events with Mary at the graveyard, right? Because Nurse Crane also got that same problem from me just charming her at that one point. So it's not out of the question, surely.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and
Good.
when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but
Is father
he leaves
dead?
me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Okay.
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone.
Really?
If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Lucky, considering the streets are extraordinarily dangerous, with both vampires and, skulls and the Priven people, vampire hunters.
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
She's the only one who's noticed. Wow. I mean, she is my mom, so I suppose still.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
Wait, what? Hold. What a weird... So does she know that I'm undead? I mean, she did mention my dead eyes. From the dialogue so far, I don't think she has at least like a very far progressed Alzheimer's as such. More a case of drifting mind as she's old and so on. Like maybe the first onsets, sure, but interesting. About your family.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here. Talking.
We just admitted that we are dead implicitly by saying that that Lady Ashcroft is also dead. When she asked, "Is she also dead?" And
To you. Trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you. As pale as my Mary.
she's the only one who pays attention to that. What a weird.
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson? And my son-in-law? You're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
What a fascinating dialogue structure. Or like a just fascinating conversation. Like what? Whoa. Damn. Okay, so anything that is... Okay. And she's healthy.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
Isn't it more fitting to say farewell or something? Like goodbye is also...
Jonathan, my dear, bring me my glasses. I feel like reading.
Cool. I feel like looting this closet. Fascinating. Oh, right. I had a small key from my room, so... Aubrey Reed's first letter. Oh boy. Reed Mansion, 4th of April, 1908. Girls, strap in, folks. My dear and beloved John, when you receive this letter, you will be 35 and I'll be long gone. I feel a little silly writing you this first letter that you won't read for a few years. I struggled for a long time about how best to write you this, until I remembered the puzzle and riddles I invented for you when you were a boy. Oh, how you loved to solve those enigmas. Well, I found it would be a good idea to propose to you one final game. It will probably be less rewarding, no candies or exotic treasures for you if you decipher the game. This time, but when you decipher the game this time, but the comma feels unnecessary, so it threw me off, and I think it is unnecessary. But a greater treasure, perhaps, the truth. It is my only attempt for you to explain why I chose to leave my family without an explanation. If you want to know why, simply play my little game. It's really up to you, my son. Rest assured, fuck, that I love you. I promise my family was and still is everything to me. I remember the first time I held you and your sister in my arms, my treasures, my jewels. To see you grow up, play and laugh filled my heart with joy every time I went back to our home. I could have killed to protect you, my son, my daughter, my wife. But fate found me in the end, and I had to make a tough decision. The worst was to disappear without a word. I decided to do it anyway, soon I'll be gone for good. I don't ask for forgiveness, but for understanding. If you want to know more, Starship Troopers, all you have to do is remember how happy we were back in those days. If you want to find the next message, think green grass and tall trees on sunny Sundays. From your affectionate father, Aubrey Reed. He says long gone, not dead. I'm wondering.
I remember Sunday walks in the park.
That lore note, though, did not give XP. I'm puzzled. So some of them seem to... I don't know. Because I feel like the lore note I picked up did not give a hint, did it? I don't... Money. Right. And downstairs there should be the, I would imagine, butler or something along those lines. Should probably just do a quick... I haven't brought up the... there you go. Cool, okay. Within reason. Okay, good. Hi. Yes, Avery Cork. Money. And stuff. And... Cool. Hi.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
I've been working.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Well, she's not wrong. Healthy. Cool.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Right.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip.
Emmeline.
Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France.
France might be a little
London
broken for a little bit. It's
I'm
1918.
afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
I see.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's.
I was
Your
just
mother was
at a
strong,
distance.
sir. but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I am sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr.
You did,
Jonathan.
though.
All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Right.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
That seems sad.
I found an old letter written by my father and addressed to me. Do you know anything about it, Avery?
Your father wanted me to give you this letter for your 35th birthday, but you left for the war, and the letter remained in his office until tonight.
I realize now you knew my father better than I did. Do you know why he left, Avery? Did he ever speak to you about his departure?
No, sir. Mr. Reed was not exactly forthcoming. Perhaps this letter will give you the information you require.
Maybe.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Okie dokie.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
Go to, you know, see the world. All of the hints are unlocked, so that shouldn't be a problem. I don't know is probably a good answer,
I
or
really
an
don't
honest
know.
one.
I have always enjoyed seeing new horizons. Once the epidemic is over, it would be nice to leave London for a while.
I understand, Mr. Jonathan. But you have to realize that your mother needs you. Your next departure could break her heart.
I see. Might as well ask about the infection, but I think I have to already, but...
I'm currently investigating sources of the epidemic in this part of town. Do you know anything useful?
Not really, except all the Macpherson's servants resigned a few days ago. They feared becoming infected, they said.
The Macphersons? Where do they live?
I believe I
think
killed
it's
the
a
bosses
rich
by
house
that name.
near the railway bridge in the southern part of the district.
Right.
Goodbye, Avery.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan. But please return as soon as possible.
I believe I should probably check the... because, I haven't yet found the last Braille thing, and I might want to do that before all the enemies respawn again. So, let's see... Dress shop, Optimal West District. Okie dokie. Just because if I keep on doing the main quest and not that, then the enemies will respawn when I do another like step of the main quest, you know. And if I'm reading this right, okie dokie. So basically here, there's probably going to be fighting because I believe after that gate there's going to be it's again, you know, a free for all of combat, you know. Or even in this district, because yeah, it's like north of here. Yeah, there's enemies. I'm expecting 29 or less, but let's see, 26.
Last warning, sir. Stupid beast. Over there.
Hi. Eat some hacksaw. There you are. I would be very happy to find some tiny good handles. Or small good handles, whichever they were again. Yeah, this seems like the right place. Okay. I gotta be careful. If they're a high level set of people who do stuff and stuff, that's gonna be a problem. Because the corrosive clouds that those ones do are at high level, they're a problem. 26, 25, okay. Right.
Let's turn around if I were you. Oi, yo, stop that!
My abyss attack is not yet ready, so I just gotta hope that I can... Yep, it did actually work out. And there you go. That's a ranged one, which can prove a problem. Is there a quick way to reach him? Yeah, there.
Die, vermin!
Hello! Oh, sorry. Ranged resistance, but not as... yeah, got it.
It's a killer!
Those ones are surprisingly tricky if you let them... especially if they have a fiery crossbow, that's really bad news. At a high level, it does insane amounts of damage, I've learned. Again, I'd love the playing cards. I'd super play a couple of games of like Texas Hold'em with the characters. Like I really wonder why like more games don't have a mini game of like just poker. Like it surely like my brother way back when coded a poker game in BASIC. I mean, sure, just a solo poker game, but still. Good double-barreled. But surely that's just... Remarkable Lupara, good double-barreled. I'd need to check what the maximum damage of that is, because I probably have a lot of, you know, gun parts to upgrade stuff if I need to. Like, if the damage is remarkably good, then, but I have a feeling I might, you know, it might not be any better than the one I have, but found it nonetheless. But yeah, so like, one would imagine. Like, is a poker game somehow protected by some copyright that you have to pay, like, stuff for, or what? Like, the last one I can remember having a poker game was a Texas Hold'em game in Gun. The Western action-adventure game from the PS2 era. Or late PS2 era, and it actually got a 360 port at least as well. Not sure if it was on PlayStation 3 in the end. Because I never had a PlayStation 3 and I'm not an expert on the Blind Gourmet's menu. Today's menu...
A restaurant where the guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
Right. Today's menu entries. Guess what? Mystery plate, exquisite flavors, main courses, tasteful surprise, wonderful savors, refined curiosity, desserts, sweet mystery, hot and cold surprise, palate revolution. Forewarning, all our customers are blindfolded before sitting at their table. They're invited to use all their senses to enjoy their meals except their sight. Yeah, I think that might be something that the gourmet would enjoy. Right. Okay, so I need to get up there again to open that, I think. A dress shop. Let's see. Oh, I hear a skull of some sort. There we are. I wasn't talking so they wouldn't hear me. They seem like the, high level, but still the somewhat basic skulls. So, again, sometimes that happens. See that last hit? I'm puzzled why sometimes he seems to commit to an extra attack. It seems to correlate with being, drained of stamina, but that doesn't always happen then either. It's very strange. Like,
Braille.
Right.
I should bring this to Mason Swanborough.
I should. Like, I have been mashing the attack button while my stamina is gone many times, and often it doesn't happen. It's really weird. Very, very weird is what that is. Okay. Is there any other doors or something to check here before I move forward? A box? Opium is something I keep on using in like serum crafting, so sure, why not? Oh, I'll take it. Is that a... It is. Boom. So... And this then opens up into more districts again. Okay. I've never been here before, so I'm curious. Because sometimes these streets hold containers that have really good items.
It's locked, all right.
Right, so there's one more district I can't get into, whatever that is. Because going from Whitechapel to there is also not possible. I'm not sure what to expect from there. Plus, random fighting is not super helpful with the XP getting, I find. I should absolutely go talk to the gourmet, and then bring the Braille to the dude. If we're lucky, we might get it done super quickly if the enemies in Whitechapel have not respawned, because I did clear it recently. And I don't think I've slept or restarted the game since then, so I think so at least. So if we're lucky, we might be able to just run through at least most of it. Here.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. A great night, what?
What?
I have found a restaurant that could satisfy you, Mr. Russell. The most intriguing and exotic restaurant in London.
Really? You have piqued my interest. Where is it?
It's a place where you eat in complete darkness and try to identify your meal without anything but your palate.
My, oh my, how interesting. It could even be fun to eat a little poisson et fruit that way. Oh, thank you, Dr. Reed. Please, have this for your research.
200, damn. I'll accept.
I may have
Nothing I need, because the gun parts I have plenty. The other stuff I do, you know, like handles and so on, I would be super happy to get, but 140 XP, not too bad. Okay, and then all the way there. Again, I have to say that traversing the map becomes tedious because it needed a fast travel system. It really did. Like, even if the enemies are all gone, which I wouldn't trust they're all gone, because I'm not sure I cleaned every single avenue of reaching Whitechapel, but we'll see. But like, this traversing this, especially if there's enemies, is really long-winded. But this should be open, yeah. I feel like I unlocked this not too long ago. Okay, if we're lucky there's no enemies, if we're not, there is. Cool, because I did clean this before, so it seems like there was no
When science fails you.
When science fails you, do not drink snake oil either, and especially don't buy it.
Maybe it's time to see if this Christina is
A quick check that you don't get dialogue, and they always do the exact same dialogue scene in between each other. It's just like, we've seen that like 15 times. Yep, nothing interesting. So here, I believe. I might need to take a left still before... Yeah. Oh, I see. Let's go. Bring stuff too. Again, I've cleaned this recently, but there you are. So indeed, I feel like I've done this fight very recently, but who knows, man. I believe he he dodged the animation of the attack, but I think he still took the damage though. Boom. Again, not my best work, but we got it done. Cool. So maybe like this specific fight is easy to respawn? I don't know, because the other enemies seem to not be here. I didn't clean this though, there could be... Nope, these are gone too. It's a little confusing how they respawn, but it does seem like they mostly follow the rules I explained before. So big quest events, sleeping, dying.
Don't you know better?
What? Oh, but that I haven't fought before, so that's fine. That makes sense. I haven't been up the balcony. Cool. So that makes perfect sense. I'm intrigued though, why or how did the vampire not reach the Mr. Blind person whose name I am so hard blanking on? Was he saved by the dialogue door?
Is it you, Dr. Reed? Please come in.
Uh-huh.
Tell me, how do you see the world these days?
A little dreary, but, you know.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
That's how I see the world. Actually, anything... Should there be anything to...
How is the sanity? I hear them hissing and scratching at my door every night. The sick made mad by the fever. But these walls are thick, and my lock is solid.
I see.
Here is another page of the formula for the cure for blindness.
Give it to me? Yes. Brilliant. I'm going to give you the location and the code you will need to find the cure, but you have to listen to me first.
Why? What is it?
If you find the proof that this treatment for blindness is real, I want to try it. Do you understand? No matter the risks.
Risks? What have you read in these pages that you're not telling me?
You already know what you need to know. I trust you, Dr. Reed. We share the same passion for science. Please bring back the formula.
Do I know what I need to know? Laboratory access code 2969. Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough. I'll leave you now.
Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool.
My dear brother, Loretta's letter. This is the apology letter you will never read, for you've lost your sight because of me. I know you hate me for what I did, even if you never say so. We don't talk much in the Swanborough family, do we? So to clear my conscience, this is my bravest gesture toward you, to write you this letter and to leave it in your laboratory. If you ever find it and ask about it, I'll read it to you. If someone else reads it, well, as I wrote above, this is my bravest gesture. So Mason, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did and for the hell you've been thrown into. I'm sorry you're now a blind man trying to find a meaning to your useless life. If I could change one thing, only one thing in my miserable life, it would be what happened 1 year ago, I swear it. Mason, if I could give my eyes for you to see again, I would, but it does not work that way, does it? So please, my brother, forgive me, Loretta. 25 XP, but it was a hint, so, I don't know.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
The one lore node XP possibly was a hint, too. That would make more sense, because I haven't heard from any source that lore nodes would give XP, so. But I'll try to keep an eye on the things nonetheless.
Why does your sister feel so guilty about what happened to you?
Because she knows I'll never forgive what she did to me.
You run an illegal business with someone you hate?
I don't hate my sister. She looks after me, we have a good time. But I'm just not ready to forgive her.
I see.
Goodbye, Mr.
I could probably go ask the sister. She might
Tell me,
talk to me, but
see the world these days?
front door there. Okay. He talked about a location. Let's see. This one. If I had to guess, I'm guessing it's in the sewers below the here, yeah. Next to the cemetery, yeah. Because that was the one door that I feel fits the description of a code, so. Before I go there, though, I want to see if I can talk to the sister. Let's run right quick there. I mean, yeah, I can talk to her, but point being, will she say something about what happened? It's probably better to go through here because it's easier to find her this way. I think, because I think it's a long straight shot from here. So here and then... Peace of mind. So not quite here, but okay, was it left or right? Left, here. Hi. Hi.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Actually, you don't sell anything mechanical, right? Nah.
Good evening.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
When people buy guns instead of medication, it means they have already traded hope for fear in their hearts. In my book, that's never a good thing, Doctor.
I mean, depends on the country, I suppose. There.
Loretta, why do you feel so guilty about your brother?
I don't expect him to forgive me. All I can do is make amends for what I did.
By making him a crook and a criminal. What if somebody decides to make him pay for your scam?
Mason is totally capable of defending himself. Just leave us be. We're perfectly fine.
Easing your own remorse?
I know how guilt feels between a brother and sister. Are you sure you're not trying to ease your own remorse?
Mason wants to be useful. Can you understand that? And chemistry is his passion. And the Swanborough cordial gives him a purpose in life.
I got a blind guess right. Cool. I still hate that they're blind guesses, but... Or I seriously hate that, but, you know, we got it right. Oh, should probably double check just to be sure that didn't open any new ones. Cool.
Goodbye, Miss.
Okie dokie. I'll return to him with the cure for blindness anyway. So it's might as well just adventure to the actual quest point now. Right. Hello?
Good evening, Xiaoshun.
晚上好, Dr. Reed. It's good to see you again.
There's a bunch of dialogue to be done here, though.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
My only relief is that my Matthew died before seeing the madness that approaches. I'm afraid we won't survive this trial, Dr. Reed.
Have faith. I'm dealing with the problem one hacksaw hit at a time.
What are you doing with your time now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to help the poor and sick of the neighborhood by handing out medicine.
That's very charitable of you. But why do it at night?
I've noticed that the most desperate people tend to go out after dark. Hence my presence, to help them when I can.
Giving out medicine? How can you afford to do that?
I am a rich widow, Dr. Reed. My departed husband left me enough money to last the rest of my life. I can spend some on those who don't have any.
Okay.
Why don't you move to a better neighborhood?
I thought about it, I confess. To go back to the same empty home every day still hurts me a lot.
Why stay here then?
I am a woman of habit, Dr. Reed. And for now, I am happier being useful in a familiar place than I would be anywhere else.
Healthy. Okay.
How do you feel now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to follow your advice, sir. I won't forget the dead, but my efforts will be for the living.
Right.
I've no doubt. That is a wise and useful attitude in this part of town.
To be completely honest with you, I am also doing this for myself. If I'm destined to survive this epidemic, I need my life to have some purpose.
I see.
Do you still think about your departed husband?
Of course I do. I'll never forget my beloved Matthew, but how do I put it? Now I miss him more than I want him back.
I know what you mean. And I think it means you're getting better.
Maybe death will take me the way it took Matthew. Without warning and without mercy. But until then, I live on.
I see.
Goodbye for now.
Okie dokie. Keeping an eye out, because, again, the respawn enemy thing is confusing enough that something might come up, so... As I said, hi. There we are. And I have some rats to
I can't believe
get the blood back, so it's all good. I'm glad I found Shashin, because I was wondering where she went, and it got a lot of hints unlocked and XP from it, so win-win, I say. Right. And there's the familiar hospital theme. And then we go here. I didn't actually need that rat, so that was simply reflex. That is a reflex rat eating. Om nom nom nom. Oh. Hello. Well. 5 XP, 1 quinine, and 4 sodium hypochlorite solution. Yeah. So, I believe it's faster to reach the thing through here. I'm almost certain it's here. Rat eviction. I open your stream and find you reflex rat eating. Cute. Also, yes. Well, I mean, I've been eating rats all game, and sometimes you just get the urge to om nom nom on the rats. The protagonist always complains it's despicable, but I'm sure he secretly means delicious. Yes. Also, hello. I hope your day has been good, and I went welcome. Okie dokie. So again, I cleaned up these sewers from enemies not too long ago, but again, the enemy respawn rate is so not completely consistent, so we'll see. Plus, I didn't kill whatever's up there, though, so... See a rat, grab a snack, yes. Just like in Demolition Man. The Demolition Man, the movie, had the rat burgers, and the rat... It was a thing. 23, I think he looks like he's alone. Have I introduced you to the Abyss? There. Gotta be super aggressive, but it does work when, you know, up to a point, so... Okay, so... Let's see. So this door should... Yes. Door works. Yes. Spirit friends, yes. He got all the friends from the Abyss Hell. That's good, I hope. Okay. Should I be worried that the floor is filled with blood that my blood sense can't see? That's weird. Like, it should be coming up bright red, but it's not. Interesting. Because usually even like blood stains come up. It's paint up. Yes, that's what it is. And paint and or raspberry juice. It's fine. Also, I hear like scratchy noises, like writing ferociously or something. I knew that I know that the door is unlockable, but or openable, but where exactly is this? Someone go in a raspberry fight. Yep. Got in a raspberry fight for sure. Okay, this could be a mini boss, so I'm even more convinced it could be, or at least it's a fight. Hi? Saint Paul Chemist. Oh, goody. There. You never know how badass the mini bosses can be, so I'm happy with that. And now it's reading time, so strap in, you know. Chemist Diary, 17th of 6th, 18. None of my recent research concerning a possible cure for blindness have reached any successful state. I'm starting to worry since my vision has decreased more and more over the past months. I'm afraid I may go blind before finding any interesting lead. Maybe I should go back to the Brotherhood's library and ask our primate if he knows of any documents I should read first, but I fear he might refuse to answer me. Soon I will be forced to take my notes in Braille to be sure to read them if my condition worsens. Right. Again, the English is really all over the place, but I think I got the gist of it. 23rd of June, 1918. Blessed be Usher Talltree, and may the sacred stole protect him for many years to come. I talked to him last night, and he kindly listed me 3 scrolls I should read. Good thing my Greek and Latin are not too rusty. 15th of July, 1918. I'm losing patience and time here. The precious texts listed by the primate have proved themselves almost totally useless. Alchemy and herbalist knowledge won't do me much good. For 3 days now, I'm totally blind as soon as the evening comes. This can't happen, this won't be. 17th of August, 1918. A terrible idea has come to my mind. What if I used the regenerative power of a vampire blood? I'll go back to the Brotherhood's secret library tonight and search for such information and material. With the influenza crisis, it should be easy to sneak in. 21st of August, 1918. I'm on to something. The eyes of the 2 last rats I blinded seem to have retrieved sight after I injected them with a drop of vampire blood. They clearly could avoid my knife when I tested them, and the eyes had grown back, but they died the next day. I must find a way to improve the recipe. Yeah, if you add vampire blood, you become a Skal or a vampire, so that's bad. 14th of September, 1918. I've been unable to find some more vampire blood. Again, I've been unable to find some more vampire blood is not how human people speak. Sentence in English grammar. It should be, I've been unable to find any more, or I've been unable to find more, but not some more. Like, that's not how the language works. It's okay. Let's see. I've been unable to find some more vampire. It annoys me so hard that the language is bad. I think someone spotted my theft in the Brotherhood's cabinet. When I asked Brother Swansea, who seems to be working on some research concerning vampire blood addiction, he refused to give me some fresh material. I'm going blind, it drives me mad. 27th of October 1918. Blessed be the stole. It seems the number of ghouls has suddenly increased in London. It will not be difficult to capture one and Oh, really? It will not be difficult to capture a ghoul. Have you... It'll... Especially in your state of almost blind. It will not be too difficult, and perform some more precise experiments. I know exactly how to trap one in my laboratory. Right. 29th of October 1918. It works. Ghoul blood is less potent and permits a better dosage. Oh boy. Mixed with Usher Talltree's previous advice concerning alchemy and healing herb use, I shall be able to overcome fate. Tonight I will inject the serum directly in my weakening eyes. Oh goody. 3rd of November 1918. I can see. Dried powder of ghoul optic nerve plus essence of birchwood combined with equal part of Helichrysum italicum are the best mix when properly heated and used at the correct dilution. I will make a braille copy of my notes in case the cure is only temporary. I'll kill the ghoul I have kept for all this time and pursue my research further. 4th of November 1918. The ghastly ghoul, the nasty ghoul has bitten me. His eyes I had gouged from my experiments had regrown too. Of course they did. I'm so stupid. The beast had time to observe me and prepare its plan. It attacked me when I approached to destroy it. Then it stole my braille notes and fled. I should have seen it coming. I just can't die like this. No, I won't die. I'm going to turn soon, then I'll start again from scratch. I overcame fate once, I'll do it again. I see. If my eyes could cringe, they... Yep, that is... yeah. Here we go. Yeah. So, the Blood Goddess Heresy. The Great Britain is at risk, always from many enemies. The Great Britain is at risk always from many enemies. This we always must keep in mind as members of the Ascalon Club. But the worst enemy of all, the one we must always look for and crush down without mercy, is the inner enemy, the enemy within the closed circle of our immortal community. Heresy is the name of this enemy. Heresy toward her beliefs, our goals, and our role. It has been more than a century now since the Druid Order appeared in the Empire. First we thought they were just a minor blood cult, destined to disappear quicker than it had risen up. You know, minor blood cult, this is fine. But the seed was strong, and the tree is blue. Are you sure it didn't mean tree is blooming? I don't know why, but I thought you were rubbing a cat on your face, and I was like, it's a tissue. Yes, I have what we call household paper. You know, nose itchy and so on. Man, though, like I've. It's amazing how the grammar mistakes are all over the place. There's extra like there's plurals when they're not needed, and then there's sometimes missing. Then there's missing words. Then I've just recently was missing 2 words in a sentence. Sometimes the sentence structure is all over the place, has unusual like. The one I can always forgive is unusual, like commas, because commas are, you know, kind of tricky. Yeah, like I can't do them right either. I would imagine it's like do I feel like putting a comma here? I'm sure, you know, but this is a new kind of a grammar mistake. Just look at that. But the seed was strong, and the 3 is blooming. I think they mean tree, because the seed and then the tree, not a 3, not the number 3. Again, if it was like an isolated case, fine, but it's in almost every note. These just grievous errors keep on happening. It's all the time. It's like this game was translated poorly, then translated back when translated. Yes, I don't even... And again, I cannot stress this enough. See that name at the bottom there? Don't nod. As in, the people of Life is Strange. And they can't write. I don't... Again, my working theory is that the team was split into the Life is Strange group and the Vampyr group, and the Vampyr group don't speak English. Because... I don't... I haven't seen grammar this bad in an extremely long game. With Life is Strange, they didn't write, they just made Connor and but, I mean, in Life is Strange, there's plenty of like email screens and computer screens and magazines and some letters and so on. They're all correctly written. Like, there's no grammar mistakes in it. At least that I can remember. I don't think I saw any. This, multiple ones in basically every note. Life is Strange is teenage angst. Yeah, I was like Connor. I was trying to like think, but like yeah, Life is Strange is teenage angst. Yeah, yep. That's that one, and it does not have grammar mistake. Every kid resonates with that. I don't know. Because I haven't seen any kids who play Life is Strange. Because it is still made by 30-year-old people who imagine what teenagers are like. So, I don't know. I am not sure if they resonate with it or no. I did with Season 1 because, you know, I'm a 30-year-old dude who found it touching and all, but I don't know. Or, you know, in my 30s. Or... When I played it, I was in my late 20s, maybe, but still. Okay, 3 blooming. What do they seek, these vampire traders? To go back to some fantasy golden age of vampires? No. To worship some imaginary blood goddess who demand human sacrifice? Of course not. What they seek is power. What they seek is to challenge our authority as the Supreme Shadow Cabinet, destined to rule the Empire's destiny. Look at what they claim, to accept and welcome any Skal who embraces their faith and belief, to openly hunt and kill mortals for they are just prey for their legitimate appetite, to install a new religion supposed to regulate every aspect of immortal life. No, my dear companions, the blood goddess heresy is not about wearing white togas or dancing naked under the moon in someone's turf. And again, the next paragraph, it's fine. Like, it's consistently in every note, like someone just like hacks a brick into the writer's face to just like and then go back to writing sort of kind of okay again. It's so strange. It is not about going back to the folk, but it could what if it was written in French and then it got translated and then in the translation phase some of But that doesn't work either because I'm sure that the French for 3 and tree are not similar, and why would the H be there? All of I don't. That doesn't work. Nah. It is not about going back to the forgotten roots of our species. It is about undermining the pillars of civilization as we know it. We are Ascalon. We are the guides of mortals through ages to a better future. We may lie to them, but we care and protect them from all enemies, and this Druid Order is one of them. From the Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, founder. My kid sneezed on me, and it then hit me like he blamed me. I see. Maybe he thinks he is allergic to your kindness. Yes. That looks like a safe house door, which confuses me a little bit. And it is a safe house door. I've been here. Okay. 3 Arbe 3. 3 Arbe 3 Trois. Right. Or I don't know how to pronounce the French of arbre, but yeah, because French is all about the silent letters. But yes, right. Doesn't make sense. Like, there would be no extra H in just a translation error. That doesn't work either. It's like, it's all kinds of errors from like a spider web of errors. It's really weird. It's weirding me out why it's that way. Does this also open a door in this direction then? Yes! That makes sense actually. Oh, trunk. Cool. And where is this? Right, okay. Okay, so now we get back to the blind dude. The fastest way might actually be through the cemetery now. I heard rat. Rat! Rat! Nom 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 nom.
This is
delicious. Delicious, you mean delicious? It's good rat burger. Om nom nom. Okay, so choose what to do with the Chemist Diary. Give it to Swanborough or keep. Okay, so here's the thing. I find it perfectly plausible that Swanborough will turn into a skull. But the author of the diary turned into a skull only after being bitten by one, which doesn't actually honestly make a lot of sense, but... Hi. 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 Here. Like, the rules of being turned into a vampire or a skull keep on changing on me. Because according to the diary, he turned into a skull only after being bitten by one, but that's not how it's supposed to work. Okay. So, in Lady Ashcroft's words, a vampire is born by means of drinking vampire blood, right? And Skull are like lesser vampires. Or maybe this game was made quick for my... I don't know. I feel like we heard about this game for a good couple of years before it came out, so I feel like they did work on it for a bunch. But I think what might be the problem is that this game is really complex and, like, big. For, like, a double-A studio, if you will. Like, it's not a big studio, right? It's a big and complex game for a not huge studio to make. So did they just, like, run out of money by the time they needed to proofread their lore? Is that, Ooh. Nom 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 nom.
I have this thirst for blood.
But obviously every made is a game for money. That's, yeah, of course. And every game has a deadline as well. Like, did the deadline just happen before they got to proofreading their stuff and they just had to ship the game? Because I believe they, like, did Focus Home Interactive say that you have to ship the game at this date and they just didn't have time to proofread their text anymore. Like that's the only thing that makes any sense, because there's always deadlines. I don't know. But it's so distracting how bad the grammar is. It's really, really weird. Like, it's so bad, the devs must be aware. They have to be. Like, because I haven't seen English this bad in a video game in an extremely long time. BRB baby wiggling on me bladder. I see. I hope it eases up. I don't know how to put it, but yes. Was it here? Yes. Okie dokie, but like, considering the fact that the dude has basically lost his will to live or something, I feel like if he wants to take a chance of turning into a skull instead of living as a blind man, I will give him that chance. I don't know.
Good evening, Mr. Swanborough.
Is it you, Dr. Reed? Please come in. Wandering in this part of town.
Like, he'll probably turn into a skull mini-boss, because the rules of how vampires and skulls are made keep on switching on me, I feel. Like, Mary was turned into a vampire without drinking my blood, and...
What kind of gentleman pays visits?
I don't know.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
So yeah, you might turn into an undead monster. Oh.
Your sister seems to believe this miracle elixir business is somehow doing you good.
Loretta believes that keeping busy is what I need to be happy.
And is she wrong?
My sister is wrong about almost everything. But as long as she thinks she's in charge, she can be nice.
Okay.
I have found the secret laboratory. And I have the formula.
And the author of the diary, did you meet him?
Yes. He was badly disfigured. Nothing more than a beast. And I cannot guarantee it wasn't connected to his experiments.
I don't care. Give me the formula, Doctor.
Okay, as I said, if he wants to take that chance, I feel it's his choice to make. Like, again, he probably will turn into a mini-boss skull, but I'm willing to give him the choice of trying some, like, if he feels he cannot live life forward like this, and it's been a year or more at this point, it's over a year probably, because the letter has probably been on the table for a while. So if by that time he hasn't found any reason to keep on going, otherwise, yeah.
Here it is. But please, be very careful. You're entering uncharted territories here.
This is what science has always been about, Dr. Reed. Thank you so much.
I can't say it's been a pleasure, but we're both scientists, and I am grateful you asked me to undertake this search for you.
I have something for you, then. It is the most precious thing I have to give. Even more important than the Swanborough secret recipe.
There is really no need for payment.
Please have it, Dr. Reed. I insist. I'm sure you'll find it more useful than I would.
3 salicin. I have no memory of how many I have of those, but okay. So yeah, I might not get his hints later if he turns into a skull, but again...
Does someone take care?
Oh, right. But again, this is the choice I'm going with.
I'll leave you now.
Popcorn! Ooh, that sounds good.
How do you see the world these
420.
days?
So yeah, that's probably like after sleeping I can return here, and I'm sure he'll be a skull mini-boss, but... if he feels like he doesn't want to live as a blind man, then, you know, and try something random, go for it. Oh, I haven't, there we go. Okay, next course of action. I do need a bathroom break, though, because it's been a couple of hours, I think, pretty soon, so I do gotta do that pretty soon, but, okay, all of these are done. There's a bunch here to do. And I still haven't met many of the Right. I've accidentally found 6 of these already. Interesting. Violence of Volcots. I feel like I've read about Volcots, but if he turns, he becomes XP. That is true. Like, he might not become much, but he turns into some at least. So, and the quest is completed, so I call win. Right. Okay, Emily's missing seems like the most straightforward of the bunch. There's probably like a waypoint and everything. Yeah. Cool. Right. Okay. Okay. That's a long... Like, how do you do this and not make a fast travel option? I need to go to the exact direct opposite end of the map. And if I hadn't cleared all of these areas from enemies, there would be like a big fight in every other street corner that takes them. That it's so tedious to go from place to place in this. Oh, not a door. Oops. There you are. Okay, so running through here is probably the best option. Just like go, and hope that the enemies haven't respawned. They shouldn't have, but I'm not holding my breath to be completely honest. They might have, but they shouldn't have. This is the NPC area, so we're safe to just go. And go. I'm forgetting which is the here. Yeah, seems like. Again, they have every single time they have the exact same dialogue scene. Come on now. Here.
Who distributes flowers at this hour?
The mute lady distributes ours. Okay. And through this door. Right. So, take a left and keep on going.
Support the equality
Hi.
between men and women.
Yes, indeed. Okay, and then straight here, left here, and there could be enemies for pretty soon again. I'm little... That's the rat-eating lady, that's fine, okay. Okay, so here... To the left... Okay... the NPC is a lady who hears voices that tell her to eat rats, and then she apparently does that. I don't know. I think she's a nice lady. She's a little obsessed with like every second word is rat, but she's fine. She's perfectly okay. Like, at least in my books. Again, I actually... there is actually a funny thing with her. Like, you see how... give us a... Where did she go? Rat lady! Can I have a word? Ah. Hi.
Rats. Tasty rats. Those clever rodents are cautious now. They won't approach.
I believe that's how rats be, you know. Right. So a quick check of like, you know, tell me about the neighborhood.
What is the local news hereabouts, Miss Billow?
Shadows. Shadows hunting shadows. Whispers in the dark. Pestilence. Suffering. Death.
And
tell me about yourself, Miss Billow. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm hungry. Need to eat. Have you got something for me? Blood, perhaps? Can you give me blood, Dr. Reed?
Don't you remember who you are, miss? What you did for work?
I was...
strong-browed before. What happened to you?
What happened?
The rats. The answer hides in their little crunchy bones. Their juicy, tiny brains.
Miss Billow, please, try to concentrate. Why do you worry about rats so much?
The voice in my head. He forces me to do so. Drink their blood, he said. Eat their flesh.
Cool. So, with all that in mind, you know how we're a doctor and we can see if the people have like diseases and if the so and so. After all of that, we check the status on the upper right corner. Healthy. I'm like, Right. Cool. Seems healthy to me. Yep. Wait, what the fuck? You're live at 2:30 p.m. I know! I've been turning my sleeping rhythm around, you see. And I woke up today at like 5 a.m. And I did some stuff and I started just, you know, a couple of hours ago. So that's the reasoning. I've tried to tell before that I don't have a schedule as such. I stream when I'm awake and not somewhere. Or something.
I must go now. Goodbye, Miss Billow.
Cool. Right. Let's go check Emily's house. Also, welcome, Gutkin Walter, and I hope you've been good, and I hope good stuff, and I hope feeling good as possible, and welcome, and yes. Ooh, trash can. Nom nom nom. Empty? I didn't get anything. Interesting. I've never had that happen when a trash can doesn't give an eye. Kinda woke up 2 hours ago. Should have been in school, but I'm sick leave. I see. Well, I mean, it's understandable to be at home then. It's fine. Sick leave is sometimes what we need. Okay, not this door. That door? No. Can I teleport to a balcony or something? I mean, it is this building, yes? Or do I... no. The custom markers happen very, very easily accidental. So it's this way? Maybe. Door has been unlocked. No, but now we're going away from the building, though. This doesn't... Yeah. Okay, locate Emily's house. I mean, it has to be around here, yes? The doors have a bad habit of not being super well illustrated of where you... Surely it's... No, that's the House of Venus and so on. That's different. Okay, I'm puzzled now. Like, I'm half expecting to be able to teleport up the balcony, but that's not a thing. Because it looks like it might be, but no. None of the doors work. I mean, this kind of a street corner doesn't give a lot of options, you know? Like, it's gotta be here. And then that's just the dogs. You need to attend to the funeral on Friday, and I'm one of those who carried a coffin. I see. Well, I mean, maybe it will give you some closure that you can sort of participate in the ritual, and because I've carried a coffin too. It's a sad it's a sad you know, scene, obviously, and it's, you know, as you know, a dear person has died and all that, but it also then, at least to me, it felt like I was sort of doing a good favor to the departed or something, that I was like fulfilling my part in the natural order of things, if that makes sense. Like my sort of ritual duty as a person was being done, and it felt like it gave me some closure to dealing with the sorrow, you know? At least that's how I took it. Like, it might do good, yeah? I feel. I hope. Let's hope. Positive aspect, yes? Yes. Like, I can only speak from my personal... Like, I carried the coffin of, hold on. Grandmother, I believe, was the coffin I carried. Yes. Because with grandfather I was slightly too young. That's how it was, yeah. Is the waypoint not right? Charlotte Ashbury, the adopted daughter of Elizabeth, is a strong young woman, first-hand experience, real interest, subject, friend who shares romantic enthusiasm. Charlotte fears, since young. Okay, not any info on the exact specific location of the house. But again, this is just Venus and so on.
Hello, Venus.
Hello, John.
Hello, Venus.
Please, come in. I remember when Mary came here with her husband and her son.
Hi.
What do you...
Hi.
Tell me about Clarence's obsession
Rawr,
with
rawr.
vampires.
It drives me so crazy it makes my stomach hurt. I was so relieved to have him back. But I quickly realized he'd lost his mind in France.
I understand your irritation, Venus. But you have to accept the trauma Clarence endured on the battlefield.
The question is simple, Jonathan. Is my husband mad? Yes or no? Do vampires exist? Or is Clarence a lunatic?
You don't believe him?
So you don't believe Clarence?
If poor Mary, bless her soul, had tried to convince you of the existence of bloody vampires, would you have believed her? Seriously?
You know, she was a vampire, and so am I, so, you know...
The important question is, what do you really think of your husband?
I'm tough, Jonathan. He should have told me the horrors he witnessed, however appalling it was, instead of inventing a fantasy about blood-drinking monsters.
Right. Okay.
Goodbye.
I'm desperate enough to get a double check on, does this place have like a back door that leads to Emily's house or something? Because this is the only thing that's even nearby. Also 5 shillings. Thank you. Also another 5 shillings. I don't see any extra doors though.
It's locked.
Boo. That's not. Oh, oh, oh! That is goddamn effing devious. That is devious, is what that is. To need to go to... Game, that is devious. Like, how do you expect that then Emily's friend visits the place? Does she also just, like, you know, go through the house of someone else and teleport to the balcony, huh? No, because they're not a vampire, so... Game, that's really devious. I do not accept.
No invitation is needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign.
I entered through the
No
balcony.
sign of a struggle. It seems Charlotte's friend knew the killer and let him in.
So you stepped in the balcony, saw a clean room, and assumed she's been murdered. And who's Charlotte? Because aren't we looking for Emily? I'm confused. Okay, fine. Emily's love letter. 5th of November 1918. My dear Jacques, I can't wait to see you again. Tonight, tomorrow, I can hardly wait. Since we kissed on that bridge while the moon was so bright in the night sky, I want to feel your teeth again on my lips. Oh, goody. On the excruciating pain of your sweet bite on my neck, you devil you. For the longest second ever, I feared you were going to kill me right there on the bridge in the middle of the night. But no, my dear Jacques, you remain delicate. You remain the delicate fiancé I know you are, and you were only teasing me. I can't wait to drink your blood for good this time and come back to my sweet friend Charlotte as in immortal, for fuck's sake. As an immortal. To play with her a little first, of course, like you taught me how to play with mortals, and then I'll turn her into one of us too, and we'll rule the knights of London and cleanse the city of its impure souls. Faithfully always, Emily. Huh.
Emily wanted to become a vampire. Something must have gone wrong. Someone is responsible for this mess. But who?
Again, you say Oh. There is a droplet of blood on the floor, apparently. Fine. But murder is a bit of a reach. Maybe he smells blood or death. I mean, he does smell blood, for sure. Oh, and there's... Oh, I see.
Blood. I should follow the trail.
Yes. I had a thought which... Anyway, Okay. I'm okay. Yes, I am. I have a memory of imagine like out of context, right? If you see like some blood on a bed, and then we are in 1918 London, where where not every single practical element of so following the trail of blood might just lead into the bathroom, and like, oh, they had that time of the month, you know? That was my thought, because I've seen that happen. that was like I was like, do I voice the... But like, it's not funny, but it's like, out of context, that's what could happen. But, you know, oh. That I assume that's the one. Is it like okay to say that? Like I've seen that happen where a bed has a stain and then that leads. Anyway. There's a lot of blood on the streets, though. I would imagine it might at some point just mix with other blood. It's normal and it happens, right? Exactly. Oh, it's behind the wall there, right? Oh, a rogue vampire? I mean, why is he not getting highlighted in the thing and I can't lock onto him? Why? Oh, is that's Jock, isn't it? He just looks like a rogue vampire because of the yeah.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, and I strongly invite you to find your own game, sir.
I'm not here to sustain myself. I'm currently investigating the death of a young woman killed by a vampire.
A young woman killed by a vampire? Oh, you're joking, right? Oh, I
don't know. I don't think it should be like a taboo thing to come. Yeah, it probably isn't. But I just like I paused myself and like, is it? I don't. But it's always difficult to know from like an outside perspective of whether or not it.
You love the British sense of humor.
I don't know. I've seen, you know, a bed with a bloodstain and I'm like, oh, and then right. And it's like, it happens in life and it's normal. And I was like, well, it just sort of brought into my memory that that's the case. Like, as a bio-female, I'm like, yeah, I've had my time with the month and all stuff. Right. Exactly.
And who exactly are you?
I am Jacques-Michel Guillaume Florimond de Marquis de Bois-Colombes, at your service, my dear cousin.
You're French, but your English is quite good.
I was born in France, sir, but I consider myself a traveler of this world. So many countries, so many tantalizing tastes.
Right.
Dear cousin, are we related?
We could be of the same blood, my dear. I tend to consider all Econs as family, don't you?
The text said all Econ and he said all Econs. Is the plural of Econ Econ or Econs? Because it's a weird specific name word. It might be just all Econ. And probably is.
What are you doing here?
I recently decided to visit London. I've always dreamed of visiting a city on the verge of collapse. Such a delicate, yet intense spectacle.
You take pleasure from others' misery.
I have been a totally depraved and immoral creature since the day I was reborn, sir. And probably before.
I see.
What do you plan to do here?
Econ is this game's word for vampire, like these two people.
Have fun.
The difference being the ghoul-like enemies are not Econ. The ghouls are called Skal and vampires are called Econ, with a K.
Believe me, I won't be the only
because we can't call them vampires and ghouls apparently. One more go.
What do you plan to
take pleasure? Take pictures.
What take?
Okay.
You take.
I have been.
Okay.
What are you doing?
What take?
Okay.
I followed the trail of blood.
Very weird, yeah.
To here.
And unnecessary.
You're referring to that young woman. Yes, the meeting turned messy. I'm afraid I ruined my last wedding good.
So you admit you murdered her?
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only regret the blood of that girl staining my clothes. Oh, blood can be so messy.
What happened?
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but I must admit her direct approach tempted me.
And then what?
The body rejected my blood.
Ah.
It happens, you know, sometimes even with voluntary prey. At least her gurglings brought me some fun, until the artery burst.
Why is it an unlockable thing to say I believe you? Like, what did I find out to know that? But the point being, he's been so straightforward about his depravedness so far that he doesn't strike me as a person who feels like he needs to lie. Like, I imagine that he just said that he enjoys the misery and so on, and he doesn't care if I know that he's a bad person. He literally said so himself. So I think I do believe him.
I believe you, sir.
Oh.
Emily's diary confirms your statement.
Right.
Emily was her name. Quite charming. Well, mystery solved then.
Yes, I suppose so. You can go.
And so can you. Farewell, sir.
I didn't.
May you enjoy the spectacle of this fallen city as much as I do.
Okay. But, like, is that literally Emily? Probably. See, I would have liked the option of, yes, I believe your version of what happened, but that doesn't necessarily mean I want to let him live. But, like, is it an option to attack him or no? No. He is just not an object in the game now. Pfft. Okay. Yes. Oh boy. Okie dokie. Charlotte, listen. Your friend is, like, super dead, but considering how inconsistent the rules of turning into a vampire in this game are, who knows if she's gonna become one anyway after death now. The game doesn't keep its own story about that straight, so.
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
Hi.
I have found out what happened to your friend, Emily.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide the bloody details.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned. I often suspected she exaggerated the danger to avoid me being tempted.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure? To become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood.
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires. I never thought she'd actually try it without me. Thank you, sir. Here, take this for your discretion.
Oh! Don't you need your steak? I didn't know you had one, but don't... Okay.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last...
Right. Well, the closest safe house is close. I should probably check about... because it would be good to be on the page of, like, is that steak better than the one I'm using, or is it potentially better? Because my own steak is further on, up... Wait. No, it's an orange one. It should be fine. Okay, let's see about, like... workbench. There. Okay, let's see about this. See, Charlotte's stake does not have any of the optional additions. So, attack speed 10, stamina 30. It does use at least less stamina. Oh, no. Mine has the decreased stamina consumption thing. So, 9 stun points, 44, 35. So it is the same, it's exactly as good as a prevent stake, but I have already upgraded mine to have the extra stuff. So, okay, good. Just to be sure. I'm gonna head to bed. I see. But hey, thank you for stopping by, and thank you for chatting, and thank you for watching, and I hope that your sleepings go good and is good positive dreams, and yes. And thank you for being here. Okay, what's the other... I wouldn't think that the violence of Volkods things is marked in, like, the map, right? That would be... No. Okay, let's get a quick check of, like, where is Vampire Violence of Volkods? Why is it in the Remember Me thing? Leon Augustin Sewers. Okay, so I haven't been there yet and it should be dropped by a bit, but cool. Got it. Okie dokie. A very vague superhero landing. Yes, okay. So the other thing that I hadn't... Second part of the Father's Testament. It'll probably come up at some point. Right, I think the next best thing is indeed to go tackle the family portraits thing. So I suppose it's not the worst thing in the world to do. Okay. And I'm going in the wrong direction like a champ because I actually... Oh, I can just go around here though, so I don't need to go in the house again. Okay, the fighting is probably going to be really difficult, but I might have it. I cleared the other one, so. So through here and here. Yeah, then a right, and then eventually we'll reach probably something interesting.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
Well, more importantly, what level are they? I couldn't lock on to him, so I was like, wait, what? That's more like it. There you go. Oh. I was just gonna get to a box, man. It's fine, I'm sure. Come on. Again. A high-level torch is that lethal. I almost died into one hit of it. That's as tricky as it is, you know? See? That's what I mean when, like, the enemies are really, really dangerous. One hit from the torch almost killed me outright. And without the heal, I think it would have. It's that close is what it is what this is. I should probably upgrade my healing ability too. Like healing and the claw is probably like my main two things I need to get more of. But like yeah, health as well. Why not? But you know, this box might not be anything interesting. Grease and watch. Someone is missing according to the daily news. I see. A locked door.
Over there! There's one of them.
Hi. So yeah, my damage output is enough to deal with these, but they do extreme amounts of damage to me in a fight. So. Ah. I saw glowy. Yes, trash can. And also, this is the right way to go, I think. Ooh, rats. Good.
This is despicable.
I can refill my blood amount here.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood.
Come on. One more.
This is despicable.
But it's so tasty. Okay, there. Okay, the last one was a boss fight area, so it would stand to reason that it's gonna happen here too. Let's see if we can be as ready as we can with our guns and so on. What I should have done is fill my pistol bullets, but oh well. We'll make do. But yeah, there's probably going to be a boss fight here as well. Thick, rich blood sample. That might be a completely new set of serums, though. That's super nice. And silver mirror, I believe, gives rivets. Good finds, good finds. Because I'm out of rivets. And I don't want to buy them because they're really expensive. Okay. A lot of containers. Silver fork is also really good because it gives the kind of plates I need for melee weapon upgrades. Many people seem to have that specific portrait. I don't know why. Right. I see a dead person on the chair, which may or may not be important. Up, come on. Box of pills. Oh, shillings on the... There you are. There's so many items going on that it's going to take a while for the game to scroll to them. There you go.
He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture. This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
Tiny good handle part, hell yeah. I think I might only need one. I don't remember anymore, but it's like I don't need many. That's for sure. For upgrading the dagger, I believe. See? She's alive because she stayed safe with the mask. You see?
Thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent. Ah!
Okay. Time for a lot of combat. Boom. Again, I almost always forget that. Yeah, I got it done before he got to the corrosive cloud stuff. Or she. Because if she got to the corrosive cloud stuff, I would have been in huge trouble. Because that is just madness how much damage that can do if it's a high level one. And I didn't even get a good look of the level, but I just, yeah. Oh. Letter from the Fletcher Acting School. Dear Elsa. Let it go, let it go. Do 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 do. It's with the greatest joy that I confirm with this letter your acceptance as a private student into my acting school. The little scene you had the kindness to perform for me last week convinced me that you have what it takes to be a real actress. Wit, stature, and courage. As a private student, you'll receive my personal training and coaching. During these intense sessions, you will be invited to stay at the school since I strongly believe in total immersion to expose the full potential of my students. So please remember to bring night attire and anything you may need to spend a week at my school. Yours sincerely, Doris Fletcher.
So, this girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school.
Yeah, that sounds worrisome in terms of, like, you know. I'm turned around again. Did I come through this door to get here? Maybe. Yeah, because these are
Doris Fletcher seems to be the missing link here. It can't just be a coincidence. I should go to her acting school.
Maybe. Do we just go to the streets then? Yeah. Door unlocked. Okay, acting school. I believe I saw that at some point in my adventures when I was grinding for XP. So, yeah. Do. Pretty distracting how close by all the zombies and so on are to the NPCs, but okay.
Support the equality between men and women.
Yes, damn straight. Throat drying up. Oh, Lady Ashbury has new dialogues. I might want to consider checking that. Okay, oh, have I not checked this? Oh. Box of pills. I think this was the one, yeah. Lady Ashbury, we have new dialogue, it seems. I don't know how important it is, but, you know, curious. Out of base curiosity, yes. Have I not looted this one? That is my bad. Okay, she is upstairs? Hi.
Good evening, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm still investigating from inside the Ascalon Club. Can we talk?
Of course, my dear.
My dear.
How is your investigation going?
I have decided to explore beyond the dictates of reason.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
You may on occasion find this house closed when you visit me. If so, it is because I have gone undercover. Sort of.
When will you return?
As soon as possible. And I don't intend to stay away for long.
Who are you going to surveil? I hope you're not considering spying on McCullum or the Guard of Prewan.
No. I intend to ask a few questions in parts of town I rarely venture into. Dirty places where a delicate lady like myself should never be seen.
Oh dear.
There are many paintings adorning the walls here.
Yes?
Did you paint them?
No, my dear. But some of them. I have had a long time to learn from the best. I'm currently working on what could be my greatest masterpiece.
I see.
What is this masterpiece?
Your portrait, my dear Jonathan. It will be my gift to you, if I ever have time to finish it.
Damn. Thank you.
Have you met any famous painters?
Are you trying to divine my age by cross-checking historical dates, my dear? That's a devious parlor trick.
Well, Elizabeth, I tried my best. Don't I deserve some reward at least?
Well, if you must know, I even posed for the greats. Now that you know it, you may recognize me when visiting museums.
Swansea said that as well, that Lady Ashbury has done that.
I have investigated new sources of infection, and I may have found a new type of skull. One suffering from heavy mutations that is extremely contagious.
Scowls come in various forms, you know. They are simply degenerate versions of their makers.
I believe these families are different, and I'm currently pursuing a lead. I know I can find the true source of contagion by finding who created these creatures.
That would be great news. Be very careful, my dear, when dealing with such creatures.
Will do.
Goodbye, my dearest.
Goodbye, my beloved.
Oh, we went beloved already. I mean... Not that I'm complaining, she seems all nice, but we've known each other for like about 6-ish days. Or nights, but still. Like, my beloved is a little... the Blood Night Tragedy. Only a few of us remain after the shock of the Great Hunt. I was one of them. I remember how the sudden attack of the enemy caught us all by surprise. Blood was shed during those few nights. Some of us who survived chose to exile. I don't blame them, but I regret their lack of fortitude. For it is courage we need to protect the interests of the Empire. Courage we need to defend the values we stand for. May we all remember that William Marshall himself never lowered his head. My beloved maker may be long gone now, but his presence is still among us. We keep a few drops of his sacred blood to remind us what we are and what we seek: honor, purity, and excellence. I had the privilege of speaking with the knight many times, as his progeny and as his friend. He spoke to me of the tears of the tear of angels, or tear, the holy beverage, tear, yeah. The holy beverage supposed to appease the inextinguishable hunger we all feel, that he never ceased to search. Even without knowing if such artifact exists, I admired his tenacity. And it is this tenacity, this indefectible belief in something bigger than us, that will make us survive any future great hunt launched by our enemies. Ascalon will be rebuilt always, for it is an ideal. From the law of Ascalon by Lord Red... Again, so that note, it seems perfectly fine written, and then just all of a sudden the other ones... it just makes it even more puzzling, you know? That the grammar is inconsistently terrible. Like, some notes are fine, but most have grievous issues. Even when they're by the same author, supposedly. You know, Redgrave and so on. Again, that might have given XP. I kind of missed it. I'm confused. Like maybe those notes give XP, but the other ones don't. Like these do, but the others don't. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. So theater, yeah. Right. Again, there might be an enemy in the park, but I did clean it up at some point, but I've also put the quest line forward, so who the hell knows, man. Apparently we're fine. So yeah, this one, yeah, I thought it might be. Okay, we might be super outclassed in the... Oh, plus 300 XP for coming here, yeah. But yeah, so in other words, the lore note did give XP because I know that sound now. But it might be because it's a collectible lore note. That might make the difference.
I cannot enter.
Okay. If that way is not an oh. Do I go all the way around the block and then up a balcony? Hi. There you go. Boom. Box. Did I see... I must have missed... yeah, that white reflection from the window I thought was a prompt, but it's not. Okay. Level 29 priest. Right. This is gonna suck.
Best be moving on.
I'm moving. 48 seconds left. Come on. Because I'm worried about doing this combat without the starting up abyss. It feels like something that would just end in my death, and we won't do, because that would be even more of a time waste then. So let's hope it all works out.
Best run along home, sir. Best be moving on.
I'm moving on. Nice and easy. Okay. Here goes. There you go. Okay. Maybe there. Like, can I take it right here and This seems like it. Yeah, that
There's
looks
an
like...
open window on the second floor. I should be able to get in through that.
Well, you say window, it's more like a balcony door, but yeah. Makes sense. Okay. Suicide note. I can't stand the pain anymore. It's like my entire body is breaking apart since that bitch infected me. For days now she keeps hiding in her room, giving orders through little written notes, and only rehearsing at night. I witnessed one of her so-called rehearsals. She walks on stage, angry and hateful, spitting and whining about her fading beauty. The bitch is infected, rotten to the core, and she plans to infect everyone in this place, and then everyone in London. Her next play is not before December, and at this time all the theatre's employees will be her obedient minions, forced to serve her evil machinations. I'm sure she's found a way to corrupt our food or the water, since we all started to get ill and change after the meal she arranged for us last Monday. I want whoever finds this note to know that I only killed myself to escape the living hell that this place has become. May God have mercy on me and my immortal soul, since I refuse to be an accomplice to this devilry, ? Yeah, so that didn't give XP, right? So it's collectible ones, I would imagine. And possibly side quest ones as well, but...
Woe to you, nations of hypocrites. For in front of you stands the tall queen.
Oh, goody.
You can but lower your...
Can that be Doris Fletcher's voice?
I would imagine so.
Where does it come from?
The stage? Right. Oh. Hello. Oh, she was one of those things. Okay. She seemed a little less, I don't know. I thought she was not, for some reason. Like, the starting animation was not the usual one. Oh well. But I suppose the sounds were. I should have thought of that. I'm a little out of it today, you know. I should analyze the blood sample I got from before, though. It could be super useful. Oh, I thought that might be... Yeah, the collectible notes are sometimes Old Doris Fletcher's diary, London, 17th of August, 1918. I saw her in the flesh, the witch from my childhood nightmares, the bitch that tortured me for years. I saw her and I shivered. Her voice, her face. I knew she was in that hospital, I knew she was sick, and I wanted to witness her suffering. I may have reinvented myself, become a famous actress, erased those wicked years from my memory. I can't forget I'm her daughter. When I saw her frail body in that small bed, suffering, sick, defeated, I had to hide my tears, for she was looking at me. She recognized me, she saw the hate in my eyes, and she smiled. My pale corpse of a mother, and the worst thing was I felt no satisfaction seeing her in so much pain. The worst was not to suddenly remember the beatings and the abuses. No, the worst was to recognize the hate I felt in my heart when she looked at me. For it was the same hate I saw in hers. For in the end I can't escape being her daughter. We are the same, my mother and I. Did I check here?
Kindness and beauty. For now she hides in shadow, ugly as sin.
Right.
But when you burn and die, she will rise and be queen again.
Here we go. This is gonna go really, really, really bad. Especially if she's a high-level boss, which I suspect she probably is. Oh dear. Blinker, okay. That's a rogue, okay. Oh, so even... Oh man, see that? That's a lot of damage. That is so much damage. I mean, I literally shot it in the face with a thing. That's, I call bullshit, but, you know. I call a lot of bullshit because I shot it while he was jumping a little. Nope. Ugh. Strong blood serum. No kidding.
It's locked, all right.
Seems so. What about this one? I can probably go in and out now if I wanted to. I do kind of almost want to, because I feel like I'm ill-prepared now, because I have a clear lack of revolver bullets. Which I would love to fix that problem. Loading. Okay, so a quick run to the safe house. Not sure if there's enemies in the way, but there's also something to be said about just like doing a rest now. Game! It took control away from me and did like these weird steps like in different directions. That was new. That's this one. Again, sometimes the game commits into these movements when the stamina bar depletes, but only sometimes. It's very weird. I think I think I should well, at least this is the pillar, I see. I found none of these yet. Okay, but yeah, I think what I should do is because do the resting, because now both of the unfinished quests are like collectible stuff that I haven't reached the places yet where to do that, so might as well. So like here. And also check how far am I from upgrading the dagger into perfect. Because we might be close. Oh, and analyze this as well. It's probably a, yeah, this. Oh well. 15. 15 opium and so on. Okay. Okie dokie. Dagger. Ooh, now I have enough. Cool. So yeah, absorb a lot of blood points is the plan. So it's 15 plus 10, basically. Per hit. Might be worth the use. Okay, but yeah, now's a good time to use the XP I've gotten. Because the fights are getting unreasonable pretty much. Okay. The next ultimate level requires 20 anyway. Increases some of the damage, and that's basically it. The claw is something I do absolutely use. So it's, you cut through the flesh of your plate so deeply that you gain blood. 2 blood gain. 2 points? That's not a lot, right? That's interesting. 5 stun. You have learned to use your claw strength and now you prey with your stunning effect. Right, but that's a lot more damage is the point, so... So 450 is here, 720 is here. Yeah, I think this is more useful. There you go. And then it's 480. Increasing health is not exactly free, but I do pretty desperately need it though. Stamina, blood capacity. More bullets. Better abyss. Yeah, the added stamina is probably not a bad idea. The one I am still neglecting is the blood barrier, which I might find more useful if I started using it, but oh well. Next time. How much was the blood spear to begin with? 1,000, huh? Because I could reset that instead. Spend no XP to reset skills. It's worth a think, but... Oh no. Confirm. Yeah, carrying more is 600. Carrying more is 600 here as well. I could add a fast regen to the bite. But it doesn't seem super useful. And I don't think it would increase my level either, so... Okay. From stable to healthy. These keep on getting sick, so I should probably deal with that. Cold, cold, fatigue, fatigue, fatigue. Cold, cold, damn. Nothing changed in the docks. Nothing, they're all fine, wow. Interestingly, like, one of the more, you know, run-down places and no one's got a thing. Okay, I need to write this stuff down so because I need to heal everyone. So... yeah. Okay, so cold 1, cold 2, cold 3, cold 4, 4 cold, 3 fatigue. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna need I'll keep one extra. Cold. Here. So again, 4 cold and we'll keep one extra, so there. Okay, so sleeping should reset the enemies, so that's also a thing.
Worries me, Mr. Jones. She sometimes...
Right. Okay. Also, like, basically Whitechapel and so on. Yeah, okay. It's reasonable to think that the enemies are now respawned. Yep, hi.
Let's pin him down!
There you go. Yeah, through here. Again, there's possibly enemies here now. I always forget the exact spawn points in some of these. Okay, this seems fine. Okay, which ones had it? Like Xiaoxing was, I believe, ill. Yep, so is Loretta.
Is no match for the Swanborough.
Hi.
Good evening.
You look ill, Miss Swanborough. I wonder if your concoction will do the trick.
I have no doubt it will. But I'm not against a second opinion, Dr. Reed.
Right.
Well, there you have it. Take this remedy, but be discreet. It may damage your business otherwise.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
Cool. And the other ones were, again... I believe I saw Xiaoxing in this direction last time around. But I am super unsure where she... Up there. Are you sure he's not super dead though? Because I think he is.
Wang Shanghao, Dr. Reed. It's good to see you again.
Right.
How do you feel? Physically speaking, I mean.
I don't feel good, Dr. Reed. Not at all.
Right.
You should recover quickly after taking this.
Thank you, Doctor.
There you go.
Goodbye for now.
And... Right. So both of the merchant and his, and then the reverend as well. Okay. So let's see here. I still sometimes get turned around by these streets, but I believe I'm on the right track. Also, rat.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
I can because it's tasty.
I have this thirst for blood.
Tasty rat burger.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Here we are. Hello.
You again?
I want to heal you.
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
Keep your medicines for others.
Nah.
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity, sir. Please take this medication. You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
Mm.
Goodbye.
And then him.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never... Right then.
Actually, after sleeping, he does actually replenish his stock. I don't know if I'll need any more good handle parts and so on, but at least I know I can get them from here if I need them. Cool.
Fancy buying something?
Yes.
Do you need help, sir?
To be honest, I'd prefer you take a look at my stuff. I'd rather be rich and sick than the contrary.
What about rich and healthy?
I don't quite agree, but I won't argue with you. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
Really? Free? Don't take it personally, but charity usually comes at a price. Human nature being what it is.
No, the concept of charity is literally that, like, not at a price. That's the point. You're mistaking charity with, I don't know, some sort of weird gifts with thoughts about them that don't feel, that are not, like, sincere.
It's Father Whittaker, my son.
Don't you fear getting sick yourself?
Faith gives me all I need, my son. If I must fall, then so be it.
Right.
No doubt your faith will prevail, but let me give you some extra protection against the devil's work. Medicine.
Blessed be your generosity, my son.
Right.
I have heard...
Right, so 25 XP per heal. I didn't even realize that healing people gives XP before, but I now I know. And then that's all from this district, yeah? Yeah. And then the hospital one had 2 cases of the cold, right? Yeah. So we go basically just hard east from here. And there's probably fights in between, but we'll manage. If I'm lucky, I might even get a bite in to get some blood. There we are. I hate it when they block. It's just like... I can't block, why can they? Okay. Going. Hi.
Best turn around if I were you.
There you go. Do. Somehow one would imagine that biting would like do more damage, but I don't know. That's just me thinking again. Hi. There you go. And keep on going east, which is here, yeah. I believe it was Pippa and Oswald? Oswald is usually down by the there. Oh, sorry, the not Oswald, the other one. The name is Newton, right?
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Doctor.
Right.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Afraid so. In the war, I was always worried about picking up something, getting some infection. Unfortunately, got that fear in London now.
Right.
Throughout history, some diseases have done more damage to armies than any weapon created by man. You are wise to be careful.
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you? That's a good enough reason for me and Oswald to go there.
You basically are here already, though.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight.
Just
Take
outside
care
of it.
yourself.
And Pippa, usually first floor inside, I think. Ah. Hi.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Here we talk in the absolute darkness of the world, apparently.
Do you need medical help yourself, nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
Not under my watch, nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Cool.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
There we are. Awesome. And then we can basically run back to what we were doing. And see about a certain boss fight. The fastest way is probably through here. There's gonna be enemies under the bridge. Or at least, there you go. But this shouldn't be super long. There. But otherwise, that's the bridge to go. Yeah. So there might be, again, enemies might be a thing, but we'll see. Here we are. So yeah, through the... well, basically forward through here still. Get these out of the way.
Go back home! Get your weapons ready! We found one!
Yes, yes, yes. This time these were actually kind of low level for a change. One of them was actually not an experienced enemy. Died in one hit, and that doesn't give experience because he was probably like part of... he was probably intended as a scripted individual into a... because when there's a fight between two different enemy types and you see them, right? They're scripted into this form where the other faction of them is supposed to die and the other is not. So when you hit the supposed to die faction people, they die in one hit and that's that. And then you don't get experience from those individuals, though. It's quite interesting. Oh, hi. Do you wanna see the abyss?
We have to stop it.
There. And then back to the theater. Theater important. Oh, these also respawn, I see. Makes sense, but... Ugh. But yeah, it seems like these Skull are different in the sense that they seem to add more of the corrosive attacks, even if they are not necessarily corrosive themselves by type. That was interesting to realize. Okay, so that's apparently locked.
I cannot enter.
So let's find a way in. Yeah, I've been here.
And many can testify.
Oh, rat.
This is despicable.
Nom 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 is what you mean.
Who are you? You who dared enter my realm. Are you here to worship or mock me?
Stopped you, probably.
I'm here to put an end to the vampire epidemic, Miss Fletcher.
Skull epidemic. Or
but Doris
different kind of
Fletcher is no more. She was consumed by this putrid flesh that now enshrouds her.
You feel anger for what happened to you, but I can help you. I'm a doctor, Miss Fletcher.
Doris Fletcher is no more. All that remains are the dreams of the queen she was, and the queen she'll be.
Right.
Until then, all shall die, for that was her final wish. Whoa, and arise and save your
Okay,
queen,
level 30. Damn. And she resisted the animation of the attack, but beyond that, we seem to be fine.
Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate?
I'm a big fan of not taking chances with the
Hear and obey, for your queen commands you.
There.
Wait. I beg you, wait.
What?
I don't want to die.
Damn.
And I did not come to kill you, Miss Fletcher.
Will you spare me then? Save this cadaverous carcass of mine. Does your heart beat a little faster now? You fancy me then, Doctor?
That's a really...
No, Miss Fletcher. My dead heart will beat for only one.
Ah! Is she pretty? Is she sweet and tender?
To me, yes.
Ah! I hate her already.
I know. And this is partly why you must be destroyed.
I did not come here to kill you. This is partly why you need to be destroyed. Like... These scenes make no sense to me quite often.
But you just said...
Yes.
That I did not come here to kill you, yes. But I realize now the threat you embody must be stopped.
That happened quickly.
Will I be remembered? Will you?
You were Doris Fletcher, the greatest actress of her generation. No one can take that from you.
Thank you. And farewell. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Farewell, Doris.
Bravo! So dramatic. I love it.
Oh, the Priven leader.
McCullum.
Right.
How strange I seem to find you whenever I'm inquiring about that Skal infestation.
I mean you no harm.
I'm not here for you. But once I've put all the pieces of the puzzle together, I'm sure we'll have a little chat, you and me.
Stay away from me, McCullum. You and all your war dogs.
That I can't guarantee, Dr. Reed. But I'll let you go. For now.
Okie dokie.
I should probably leave the theater right now.
Death on stage. Defeat Dor... Less than 10% of the people who played Vampyr have even reached this point in the story. Damn,
West End
son.
should be safe now. But London is not. It would be wise to benefit from the Ascalon's protection while I continue my research during the Great Hunt.
Right, but yeah, that means that very few people have even... That most people have given up on the game up until this point, and by a large margin too. Damn. That's, like, I realize not many people always, like, finish the games they play, but that's, like, I think we're, like, halfway or something in the storyline beats. Yeah, we've, like, not time-wise, maybe, because I've spent a bunch of time, like, running around doing the side things, but still, that's damn. Less than 10%. Jesus.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
I'm going.
So Doris just needed to be close to her audience to infect them. Contagion through skin. Very disturbing.
Right. So... Right. We have made progress. Good. I need to eat, so I'm gonna need a bit of a break to do that, but damn. But if you're watching this on YouTube, please do drop a like or a comment, or even subscribe or share if you want to, if you've enjoyed this, and I hope you have. And hopefully I'll see you again next time, and join me here live on Twitch. It's a good, fun time, I hope. Yes.